Sean, I love this next topic because it's something you and I talk about constantly behind the scenes: endurance, energy. We're always evaluating and sharing with each other how much energy we have, what we use to get energy. Sometimes it's caffeine, coffee, soda, but there is a smarter way. And our next guest is a doctor coming on with a product that is meant to stimulate your cerebral hemisphere.
Absolutely. It's called Brain Fuel. And here to explain is Dr. Gerald Horn. He's the CEO and co-founder of Brain Fuel, joining us now from sunny FLA. How are you there, sir?
Ah,
I am awesome. Thank you for inviting me. I'm excited to have this conversation.
It's great to have you, man. And yeah, we got some Brain Fuel in the mail. Explain what this is. What is Brain Fuel?
Let me give you just a 1-minute segue on my background. I'm really a pharmaceutical scientist and a surgeon, and I've had 4 startups. I have products on the market right now. Lumify is a leading eye whitener that we licensed to Bausch Healthcare. I didn't brand it or market it, but I developed it, and I started playing with caffeine as a surgeon. No thought of even coming up with a CPG product. What happened was I instantly realized caffeine is not fuel and it's not energy. A lot of people think it is, right? Because it gives you
Yeah.
energy and you think it's a fuel. It's a stimulant. And as a stimulant, when you drink a 0-calorie drink, what happens when the caffeine tells your brain and body to take off and there's no more fuel? You outstrip your fuel supply, right? What happens if you drink a high fructose carb energy drink with 55 grams in it, like a lot of them have? It's like your brain is gummed up.
Yeah.
Okay, so bottom line is it wasn't really supported well, and I started playing with that concept. I took the best of what's in coffee and tea with green coffee beans and green tea leaves, put it in this product so it has a non-coffee base, but it's really what's best about coffee and tea for starters. Then I added a fuel blend because we don't want to outstrip the fuel supply. So we have a super low glycemic sugar called D-ribose that your body makes.
Mhm.
And then collagen is a great protein for brain support without getting too nerdy. Glycine is an amino acid you almost only find in high amounts in collagen that your brain really likes, okay, for antioxidant support. And then MCTs, we've all heard of MCTs for keto. We get a short, medium, and long range fuel. So you drink a brain fuel, you get all the good stuff in coffee and tea, you get fuel support that goes with it. And I discovered adding antioxidants matters. Your brain cannot get too much protection from what we call oxidative stress. So we put it all together and we're getting this really great resonating experience from almost everybody. I've got people setting PRs. I've got people that do 12-hour shifts. I've got people my age, but it's really the 20 to 29-year-olds that are just crushing it because they're the grinders of the world.
Yeah.
The more you grind, the more you appreciate this, even after the caffeine wears off and you don't get the jitters and the wired effect. Even after it wears off, it's hard to tire out your brain. And
Wow.
that's really something that evolved over 2 years of me using it because as a surgeon, it wasn't so much the surgical day. I'd go home, I couldn't socialize, I'd have dinner, and I'd just kind of be done.
You burnt
And
out.
that's
Yeah.
when that stopped, I had some of my, we call key opinion leaders on the pharmaceutical side, try it, and they had the same experience. This is one of those weird times where, a lot of theories are nice ideas, but that doesn't mean they work. In this case, it seems to have really made a difference, and a lot of people think so. So I think there's going to be a better way to be energized and a better way to use caffeine. The coffee bean and the tea leaf independently have the same categories of ingredients, not just caffeine. They have antioxidants and other good stuff. Now we've got them all in a beverage and more.
Nice.
Doctor, really interesting. So the product again is called Brain Fuel, and brain is spelled Brein. Cool. It's really interesting to hear the background and hear how many different things that you added into this product. One of your first points really hit home with me because I'm a big coffee drinker. Sean knows this. And you
Yeah.
said, it's a stimulant at a certain point. I believe you just kind of can, if you have nothing else, no more energy in your reserves, you just kind of burn out your adrenals. Isn't that true?
Well, burning out your adrenals is a little bit extreme because you mean you get cortisol spikes. And some people call it burning out your adrenals, but that would be what John F. Kennedy had, as a Cushing syndrome, but we don't have to go that far. But yes, there was a study done in Bath, Germany at the end of 2019, and they took a bunch of coffee drinkers, to your point. One day they had them take their coffee before breakfast, one day after breakfast. Guess what happened?
What?
50% spikes in their glucose levels when they took it before breakfast, because you're really drinking caffeine before your body can support it very well. Even if you
Mhm.
don't notice it, you're not going to get as much out of it as if you had it after a decent breakfast with a little protein. So this concept that we need to metabolically support caffeine is why there's a double standard between coffees and energy drinks. You'll see coffees on the market that have 500 milligrams, over 1,000 milligrams in a 12-ounce serving. You'll never see
Mhm.
that in an energy drink because it's closer to caffeine in water. And energy drinks are not a bad thing.
Well,
Nootropics,
that.
which is like caffeine in a pill,
Yeah.
they're not bad
Yep.
things, but they don't give you the extra support. So caffeine has a stigma, right? And
Understood.
this is the reason
Doctor,
why.
we've run out of time, but we want to touch on really quickly where we can get Brain Fuel.
So it's available online at BREINFUEL.com, 4 delicious flavors, and it will be on Amazon in a couple weeks as well.
There we go. You have
Ooh,
the other
cool.
2 flavors, JJ. All right, I'm going to fight you for this.
Da, 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 da,
Doctor, it's great
da.
having you, my friend. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you
us.
so
Hey,
much.
thank you. Thank you. Thank
All
you
right.
very much.
If you're feeling burnt out, you're feeling like, oh man, I'm pounding the coffee, it's not getting me anywhere. Maybe you need some brain fuel. Go to brainfuel.com. Keep in mind, BREIN fuel.com. Really, really cool stuff. Brain Fuel, a proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.